Alrighty, I think we're about ready to begin. Do you guys want to drink before we start?
Yeah. Why not? It's so good, right?
One more. Oh, I got dribble. Okay, that was refreshing. I'm all refreshed now. You guys ready?
You know what's refreshing?
What?
Being back on the podcast.
Yes. Yeah, we've had this has been coming out weekly, but we've had like a 2-week hiatus almost, hey?
Yeah.
So we can have a little break. We've done some other shit.
Yeah, we're pretty in forward, we're forward.
Yeah.
In front, I mean, with
Yeah.
our content, so
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah, we had the break because I got shingles. But
Happened.
adult chickenpox, yeah. But, so my leg was really sensitive and sore and it was contagious. And it was really annoying. But you know what else is annoying? Today's topic. Literally. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun if we kind of talk about, because we want people to get to know us a bit more. We're more personal now. We're getting to that part where we're going to have to start revealing things about ourselves, And the good way to reveal yourself is...
By annoying everybody.
Yeah, annoying everybody or...
Which I'm sure we've
being
had
annoyed.
our fair share of doing that.
Yes.
Some people.
I'm perfect.
I mean...
That was
Yeah,
just
but
an annoying
Lee-
comment.
Yeah. If you're too perfect, then you're just annoying by default, so...
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah, so, what are some things that you find annoying? Like, and it can be anything. It can be like behaviors. It can be like specific things people have done, or anything that you just that happens, and you're just like, hey, ugh.
I can think of something right off the bat.
Yeah. All right.
It's a bit of an it's a bit of an umbrella, but I can give like a specific thing. It's like the umbrella would be like personal space, like people you don't
Like
know.
what? Sorry?
Or like that's fine for the most part. I don't mind that, I guess. No, but like especially if it's a person you don't know, like they're all up in your grill, like or like you're standing in queue for something and they're just like.
Have you experienced that yourself, or can you think of a specific time that's happened?
I've been in queues before where there's just like been the person behind me and they're just like right up there. But I can also think of just like family members and stuff like that when I was growing up.
Family members?
And, well, you two as well have definitely annoyed me by like personal bubble, but that's like. It's more
That's
endearing.
expected.
It's more endearing, annoying than...
Still more to come?
Episode 3000 of Touching Bradley's Stuff.
Ooh, coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, no, like... I guess that's about it. Like, the personal bubble thing is really important. I like to keep my distance.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like introversion or not, but...
Like... You know what? It might be, because I've definitely been guilty of breaching personal space a couple of times. But usually it's like, you know what? Okay, here's like a prime example, right? Like, I try to get personal space, but if I need to be going to a thing or like whatever, and you're in my way, like I'm going to have to move you, you know what I mean? But like, one big thing like personal space is like, when you're out in the clubs, right? And you like clubs are tight knit, you're shoulder to shoulder, you got to move for the crowd, and of course you got the chicks there, and obviously you don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, and you want to respect space. If you move past a chick, you You don't do the lower back thing. You don't do anything like that. You move aside like that. But the amount of times like I've had like chicks just in my way, and I'm like, excuse me, and move, and I just brush through like bang. I just breached the barrier because I'm like there. I'm like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, just. And you have to seize the gap.
I've definitely witnessed that at least once.
You know?
I feel like
I'm lucky.
It's a bit less uncomfortable being barged through than like.
I wouldn't barge. I like
being like snuck past and caressed.
I basically just like there was like an opening and I just like whoosh, dive through. You know, I just. Whoosh.
So I've got the luxury of being loud and tall. So when I walk past something, I say, "Excuse me," they'll like move straight away because like I'm pretty, and most of the time with the chick, I'm like taller than them. So a little bit intimidating.
Well, you gotta think, I
was like, "Can you please move?" Yeah,
I'm usually the same height as chicks, but then we're out in the town. They got heels. They're up there, and I'm like, "Excuse me, can I please just squeeze past? Thank you very much."
Yeah, cool. Good comment about personal space.
Yeah. Well,
Step 1, stay out of my personal space. Step 2, stay away from my personal space.
Step 3, where did all this skin come from? All right. What about you, Lee? You got something?
Yeah. Just actually. No, we'll go to you first.
You want to go? Okay.
I've had a blank.
I'm intrigued now, though.
No. Okay, you might, because I might springboard you.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Okay. Now my one, I've got to figure out how to word this without making it sound. But I think I know what I'm gonna say. So like, thing that annoys me, has annoyed me ever since like being like a teenager and onwards, is like. When people's like sex life is like a prominent, almost like
their identity.
Almost like their identity. Like it's more like when people like talk about their sex life a lot, even when like, because I am not interested in anybody else's sex life, like because what people do in the bedroom is between them and another person. And it's just like.
And let's be clear, sex life and actually. Saying, I really like this person and going through that's two different conversations altogether.
Or you say like, oh my god, we went on a third date and we made love, what I mean? That's just like, But when you get, it's like in high school, like.
I got ran from behind or something.
Well, like, okay, I'll go back. Like in high school, it was like, about like 15, 16, a lot of like people losing virginity and like dudes, that I was friends with, they ended up like having lots of sex and stuff, and then they would just like boast about like, oh, I did this shit, that chick, and it's like, bro, like I actually don't care. Like I'm happy that you're having a good run or whatever, but like I don't need like details. You don't need to tell me how this happened, how that happened. And then like, because like I didn't lose my virginity until I was like almost 19, you know what I mean? Almost. So I was a bit of a late bloomer, and it was the same deal, like because people tell me about sex and they're like, you're a virgin. I didn't care. I was just like, yeah, like I haven't put my penis in a vagina yet. So what? But like when you're a teenager, you know what I mean? But okay, and then.
What a way of phrasing it.
But it's true. It's just like a fact. It's like, well, yeah, I am because I haven't done the act yet. But what's your point? Anyway, I have seen, by the way, like yeah. Anyway, but then when it goes to adulthood and like same kind of deal. It's like, and it doesn't matter for like. Gender or sexuality, anything. Really? Just like when people just are boasting about how much sex they're having, it's just kind of like it's too personal. It's kind of gross. You just don't want to know that about other. Not that you like this.
And it's like, especially if they talk about it for 2 minutes, they talk about it for the whole conversation. You're like, cool.
And it's like a lot of the time it can be very one-sided.
It can, 100%.
Like because it's usually just like the person just wanting to talk about themselves.
Yeah,
that's what it boils down to a lot of the time.
Now I'll give like an example as well. Of like one time that kind of thing is actually like impeded like for like friendship or whatnot, because like it definitely happens if you're like friends with girls, like because it's good to have like girlfriends, but especially if they're like single, if they're always telling about your stuff, you actually just don't really care because it's like that's what they're doing, and if you're single, you're probably not doing it, so you just don't want to know about it. You're just like, look, I'm happy you're doing it, but. I don't need to hear about it.
My thing is bring something new to the table.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not really that interesting to talk about. Like, it actually isn't very interesting to talk about. A couple times
it's like, oh, you piqued my interest, so it's like...
Yeah.
But every single time?
Sorry. Yeah, it's all good. But, Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, when I have an active sex life too, I like to keep that private. The way I see it, when you have the only sex lives that I care about are of two people, my own and whoever I'm having sex with. That's the only sex life I care about. I don't want to hear about any other sex. I don't care. I don't care if you're having missionary to procreate. I don't care if you're getting a train of 50 dudes at once. I'm happy for you, but I don't want to hear about it.
Unless you go
right? Come on.
Yeah, no, right.
Come on. I'm not alone here. It has frustrated me. Like people just, it's like
that's right. At least if you put it out there. Now the world knows not to talk about it to us because we don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Do it. Do whatever you want to do behind closed doors. Just tell me about something else. Like tell me your hobbies. Tell me what you believe. Tell me the last movie you watched or something. Anyway,
I definitely way prefer to hear hobbies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyway, whew. I got a little hot there for a sec.
Do we need another
I do. I actually do need a drink.
I can't finish mine.
You did? Oh.
Yeah, I had to. I had that much left, so you will notice on the camera that once you start time, I'll finish it.
Okay. Anyway, that's me. I feel like that made sense. I worded that right, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think so, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll find out in the comments. Anyway, Lee, what do you got for us?
I'm sorry, I've thought of one now.
Okay.
I'll probably leave some more, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Basically being like when you got a friend or friends and they want you to keep like secrets for them basically, but then do other things and then expect you to just not only say nothing but still be in situations where you're seeing all three parties at different times. You know what I'm saying?
So, like,
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
You know the secrets of one party of a scenario, but you're friends with all the people.
And you're also friends with that other. But because of that other person, you become friends with that person because of the relationship or whatever's happening. You know.
Do you have an example that you can?
I'm throwing myself under the bus.
Okay.
I've literally. Yeah. So like. No, I can't because then it's too obvious, man.
No.
It's too obvious.
That's cool. We respect that, but I get that. Yeah, like if like people, and it's worse as well if you're friends with couples and then the couples come to you and start like telling the dirt. You're like, whoa, like.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
That's because I'm a good listener. Everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's
okay.
Yeah. You're too good.
Oh no!
You need to stop listening.
People are very interesting though. I like,
Yeah, I know. I like knowing people's dirt, but sometimes I'm like, "Oh, take it back." Alrighty. Cool.
I just quickly, I think we can all relate to this. It's just stupid drivers on the road.
Especially now what I do as a side hustle.
Okay. Neither of you know this. This actually only just happened to me today. So like I was coming out of like our local shopping center.
Yeah.
And there's in the car park, and then there's like where the block ends. There's like left more car park, and there was like an open space where it's like you can drive straight through.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people do and stuff like that. I was going like 10-15 kilometers through the thing. The actual speed you're supposed to go. This person literally comes screaming through like 30-ish, I want to say, kilometers an hour, maybe a bit faster. Because I have like a gamer reaction time, I slammed on my brakes instantly, and and then they finally saw me, and then they slammed their brakes and let me pass, and I was like, what the fuck? Literally, that could have been a head-on collision, right there, because you're dumb.
Yeah. What about last week when we went to the movies and that person in front of me, they were in the front of the lane, and they were trying to get the next lane, they're reversing, and I literally
probably within an inch of hitting Scott's car, just because they wanted to get into the next lane.
No.
It's not like it was a quiet traffic light either.
It wasn't. It was right near the city. It was right there. Cool.
Far out.
Alrighty, guys. Now, can you think of any instances where you were being annoying or petty, you know? Like, I will admit, I'm a very petty person. Because if someone, like,
we know.
People...
I can't tell you.
Not necessarily towards us, but we've seen it.
Oh, I can be. But, like, if someone, like... Because that's the thing, like, people will, like, do things, and if you, like, watch them close enough, you can realize they're doing it on purpose, and they're trying to do it at you. And I always remember those things, and when the opportunity comes to just do something, I will. But it will never be anything...
Oh, my God, Scott, you must be in my brain, because I was literally talking about this the other day. I'm like, sometimes...
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything?
Yeah, like... Okay. Oh, fuck. Not anything in particular. I even said it to you the other day. I was like, sometimes I literally said it to you. Remember, I was like, sometimes I annoy you because, like, I just, I need to do it just to see if, like, it annoys you, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not, but it's never like malicious either. It's not like an attack, but it's just a slight inconvenience. You know what I mean? A slight inconvenience. Okay, and I got an example of a time I was like really petty. On purpose. I was like, I've got to be petty right now. I have to be. Because, so as you guys know, I work in the deli, slicing the ham, slicing the salami, all that stuff. And I'm good at my job. Like, I wash my hands, and, like, if people want things, like, fresh, like, I'll just do it because, you know, it's my job. I don't care. I'll do whatever you ask me to do because I'm working. But anyway, so one time, I literally was slicing salami. Slicer on the slicer, making the beautiful display in the bowl. And as I pick up the bowl and walk from the slicer to the cabinet, which is like, you know, a meter away, put it into the cabinet, this lady comes to the counter. And she's like, I'm like, hi, how you going? She's like, oh, hi. She's like, can I have some of the salami, but I want it freshly cut. And then I said to her, I was like, oh yeah, well, I literally just put this in the cabinet. So yeah, how much would you like? She's like, no, I need it fresh. And I'm like, yeah, like at this point, if you look at the salami, you can literally see the oil like protruding from the slices. You know, it's that fresh. And she's like, I'm like, yeah, I explained to her, I was like, before you got here, I literally walked from the slicer to put the salami in, and she's like, no, I need it fresh. And at this point, this is when the pettiness came in. I was like, right, I can't let this slide because I'm being so honest right now. This lady's being so difficult. So what I did was, first I went to the station, I washed my hands, and I washed them for about 45 seconds because I wanted to be thorough. So she went, and you got to think, customer time is like distorted from regular time. Yeah. 2 minutes customer time is like 10 minutes. So I washed my hands for about 45 seconds. Then I got a moist cloth. I moistened it for about 10 seconds. Then I went to the slicer and I just slowly just wiped it. I said, I've just got to clean off the excess. I wiped that slicer for about a minute and a half. The lady's still waiting. And then I go into the cool room. I get the knob, and then like I get the cutting board. I just cut on the bench usually, just be quick. But I got the cutting board out. I laid it out. Then I found the anti-cut glove. You know what I mean? So I put that on, and that's about another 30 seconds. She's still waiting. And then I like slice it really precisely. Then I peel the plastic for about 20 seconds, and then but basically I just made the whole process as long as possible because this lady was being so like abrupt and rude with me. She ended up probably like 6 minutes later, she got her salami, and she waited the entire time.
So she's more than happy to wait.
She was happy to wait, and yeah, but yeah, that's.
She wanted that freshly sliced.
She wanted. Hey, it was fresh already. That's what But yeah, so that's me being petty right there. Okay.
All right. My pettiness is I'd never thought of this until then you started talking. I was like, you know what, this is real petty. This is petty of me.
Okay.
When we lived together, when I Snapchatted you about the dishes.
Oh, dude.
But I'll tell you the full story, right? Because it didn't just happen that way. Because we'd had previously, I went on holidays and you'd snap me, but you weren't nowhere near as how petty I was. You just had literally said I didn't do my job, which was true. I didn't do it.
Yeah, because you were going on holidays. Yeah. And I asked you on the Friday, I was like, hey, and you said yeah, and then you left Monday and they were still there.
In all fairness, I had done the dishes twice from Friday before I left.
That's alright, you know, it was all a misunderstanding.
But then I also I was coming off 16-hour work that day too.
Well, actually, at that point, you were between jobs.
No, the second time.
Oh, yeah, the second time.
Yeah, when I was really petty. Because I was like, I need to get my payback. Yeah, but I also was like sleep deprived because I literally had. When I say I worked 16 hours, I was literally at work for 16 hours, and it took me 20 minutes.
And
to
he would come home, literally head to toe covered in soot, like a chimney sweep from the freaking London Times.
I was like I worked for a transport company, like loading trailers, but I wasn't the forklift person. I was a person helping the forklift person, which is the worst job.
Yeah. So wait, what did you do? So you snapped me.
Yeah, I Snapchatted you. I can't remember what did I write it? I took a photo and then
you wrote something, and you sent it to me while I was at work, and I was like, bro, I do not need this right now. All right.
The coffee stain triggered me on the kitchen. That's what triggered me. That's literally wasn't the dishes.
And I was the only one drinking coffee as well.
Yeah.
That's what triggered me. The coffee stain being there over 20 hours. And every time you see a coffee stain, you just like get like, what happened? Did I unclip?
Yeah, I must have played with it. I don't know if it was working.
That's all right.
You'll hear me in that one.
That's all right. I probably would have cut out.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, Bradley, do you have a annoying story?
I can just think of like all the times, like back in the day and stuff like that, when I was like a teenager. Like my friend group and I were just like, we were just generally pretty toxic, but like we were
to each other,
but like also just random people we found on the internet.
Some
and
of
stuff like that.
Some of the shit you used to say, because like they'd come over and like if you were the other mate, and I'm like, walk past, I'm like, and then talk to you, and it's like, I think I've got to take that as a joke because they're all talking to each other like that. I don't know how to take that.
Essentially.
I'm old. Keep walking.
Basically, we find someone. Well, we don't find anybody. It just you
stumble across somebody.
You be nice to everybody, like at the time, and if they're just like a whiny bitch or they're rude as fuck or like whatever, just like fuck them, fuck with them.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if you're online and they start to give you attitude, and then like 8 of you just bombard them.
Oh yeah. I love like it's just someone like complains, they try to be like an in-game leader sort of thing, like trying to do call-outs. They think they're the best on the team. They're blaming everybody else for like
I can think of somebody.
You can think of somebody? That's funny.
Yeah. You definitely know this person. You played a lot of games with him.
Nice. I think I know who you're talking about. And basically you just like shit talk them. You either throw the game or do really, really well just to like be like you have no say in this because you're literally like bottom fragging sort of thing. And you just like throw a couple insults in there too, like tasteful little ones, just like you're a shit.
There's nothing worse than like I don't mind following the leader, but at least know what you're talking about. Don't take the lead and just be like following the sheep, because I'm also not a sheep follower.
Yeah, that's the thing. Some people know what they're talking about, like they do like the research and whatever, but they don't have like the experience or the skill to
execute it.
Yeah, they can't like put it into a real situation in the game. They're just sort of going off what they saw. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but not necessarily in game for me more.
And that's like
in real life.
And in real life and in games, you need to be the best. You need to be adaptable.
Exactly.
So basically, you were just a giant troll back in the day.
Oh yes, I still troll some people as well. The first time I'd ever played League of Legends, I played this character Lee Sin, and he's just like a monk, like hand-to-hand combat guy, and he's got like this taunt where he like lifts his leg up like fully, and like if you like spam it looks like he's doing like the stanky leg.
Yeah.
And like we were in Discord with like one of our mates, and he was like pretty good, and he was like trying to teach me, but then I was just like over it because I died like 5 times at that point. I was just like bored. I was just like stanky leg for the next like 40 minutes of the game.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, I got one more story, and this story truly reveals like the level of my pettiness, and it kind of exposes me a bit, but it's too good to not tell. I have to put it out there. Okay, so this is when I was a teenager. And I dated this girl for a few months. I had a couple girlfriends here and there. Usually lasts about 3-4 months, in high school, whatever. And I dated this one girl. And whatever, we broke up, and you're a teenager, so you could take things a bit harsher, but it was whatever. She didn't go to my school or anything, so I didn't like see her around. And she started dating like this dude, and this dude was like a few years older. Like I was 16, so he was probably like 18 going on 19, something like that, I think. And and I used to have them on MSN, right? I had her on MSN.
Yeah,
and I had him on MSN. And like this dude kind of like hated me. And then I kind of like would like, me and him had a little bit of back and forth here and there, but we still had each other on MSN and whatnot. And one night my mate was staying over and he like knew him too. And we just got on this roll. We're like, I just want to do something. Like, I just want to mess with him subtly. And I looked at his MSN and his profile picture. It was like him in a tank top and he's got glasses because he wears glasses and he's like that. And then there's like a poster behind him. So what we did was I put on a tank top, got my dad's glasses, put up a poster and like in my kitchen, like on the wall, and then we took like a couple of photos, and then we just took this one and my mate's face was just like, oh my god, and we put the two photos together and they almost looked identical. And then I went onto MSN and I changed my picture to that picture, and then I left myself online, offline like a couple of times, or popped up. and then within like 5 minutes, the girl messaged me. She's like, Scott, what are you doing? And we just cracked up. We just lost it. We absolutely just cracked up. Like, oh god, like that's, yeah. But a bit of trivia on that too. That girl and that guy are now married to this day, and guess I'm happy for them. they probably bonded over their annoyance of me. Hey, look, sometimes annoyance can bring people together, you know, like a common cause. Oh. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, I think this is a kind of revealing episode. Hey, we kind of revealed a few things about ourselves. But, you know, like, it can't all be rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes,
you know what? I need to add one more thing on pettiness. I think it's...
You got another one?
I do.
All right.
I do.
All right.
Am I going to go now?
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to finish what you're...
No.
I was trying to wait until you
I was trying to wait, but like, you go on. Go for it. Go for it. Okay.
Okay, so another pettiness, which like, I don't know why it tickles me, but like I just love when like there's a couple around me and they're like that, because like when you hang around couples, they always bicker at least once when you're in their presence, and like I can't help but like just like make them continue bicker, like, and I could honestly tell
you chime in.
Oh yeah, like I've literally I know that people would say, yep, he's done that to me, and people wouldn't. Like I've like gotten so much. I've like had my cousin in the car with me with his missus coming from Mandurah. By the time we got back from Mandurah, they weren't talking to each other because I like just had been like chiming in and just giving random comments and that. And that's one of many different times I've annoyed people.
Yeah,
I just find it humorous to like when people are arguing over stupid
but you know
shit
what?
when they're together.
When you chime in, it's not like you're trying to make it worse. You're just pointing out the logic in each argument. They're saying this, but they're actually doing that. It's like, hey, yeah, you are doing that, and then they just go at more. You're like, oh,
literally. And the funny thing is, they end up also like they're like they hate you at the start, but then like you make so much sense, and then that like. Just like makes it more bickering, and it's like, oh my god, like, but you know, so easy.
Sometimes amongst their bickering, they also resolve their problems, which goes back. Sometimes annoyances can actually be a good thing, and you know, like every single person has the capacity to be annoying or petty. And if you say to yourself, I'm not, then you are. Even if you don't realize it, you can be, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. We can all be annoying sometimes, right? Right, Bradley?
Some more than others.
Bradley.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think that's a good place to end the episode. I think we've revealed
enough for now.
Enough. I think like people are gonna have a better idea of us.
I think until people start giving us stuff we can give our opinions on about themselves and reveal a little bit about themselves, why?
Yes.
You know, we've done enough at the moment.
Yes, guys. Remember, we got the email. Got the email. You send us all your stuff. Send us anything. And like, share, comment.
Subscribe.
We are going to be more active in the comments.
We are. We're also like going on Instagram and whatnot. We're looking into making some more shorter stuff soon. But you know,
and we're all logged into our like TikTok and stuff, so you can see like random videos every now and then. Just even if it's solo, duo.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna start churning some stuff out soon, but you know, I'm still having fun.
Do some trends, do some cringe.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so just
get
be
more
ourselves.
cringe. So yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, it's our channel, so if they don't like it, you know,
they can fuck right up.
Yeah. Anyway, that's us for this episode, guys. See you next time. Keep watching and do all the stuff.
Later.
And remember, don't be scared of being annoying, but don't annoy me.
Or me.
Or me.
Yeah.
Well, like, Scott's the exception. Even though he said it first, annoy him.
Annoy you every single day. Really.
I'm gonna fuck you too up.
That's it. Bye, guys. Bye.